Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2022 AFC-NFC Pro Bowl. As we'll see Kyler Murray and the NFC versus Lamar Jackson and the AFC.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is always exciting to see the very best the NFL has to offer all in one place. And we have that here this afternoon as we welcome you to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Set to go. It's the NFL's annual showcase. The 2023 Pro Bowl is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The AFC heading out. A lot of stars to choose from over that conference, but their starter at quarterback, it's Lamar Jackson.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating, because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
They go play action with Jackson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out right at the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Chubb on the read option. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Chubb on the read option. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Hunter Henry there to make the grab. And the AFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Murray now on first down. And right away he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. This is Tony Pollard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
I can still hear reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray fighting, lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Murray. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the NFC able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Back out is the AFC offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 51 yards rushing for him now in this first half of the Pro Bowl.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Here's Jackson to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Chubb on the read option, and he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Nick Chubb, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the AFC adds on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defenders. Here's Chubb on the read option. And a solid run down inside the 30. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Playing game offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Murray now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
Green.
First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 58 yards. And the NFC strikes quickly for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you took.
It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard short. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator?
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8.
And again, it's Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again.
And following the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 52 yards. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. That's what we want right there, CD. It's the Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had a good performance.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
81 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. They might offensively because he's been on play action, it's Murray.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And it's 3rd down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Murray now. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And just shedding him off there.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the AFC will take over 1st and 10.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the... The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on this. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So Lamar Jackson down by a few. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He spots Landry, who makes a really nice catch. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call. And so the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. He gets this complete to Diggs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here's Jackson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Now Jackson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Chubb on the read option. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory.
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played. A lot of fun. A lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it.